right, Maria.
All right, can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Well, fantastic. Good evening, everyone around the United States and everywhere in Canada. I'm excited to have you all on this call, this training tonight. I'm in the car, so sorry. We just had a meeting, a rockin' meeting, and now we're heading back. And it was either we had to make a decision, so we had to get in the car and do this from the car. But that's what I love about this business. It can be done from anywhere. So I don't want to take a lot of time up because we have a fantastic dynamic duo couple that is going to be speaking Pro 5, Samantha and Ray Allen from Maryland. And they are Pro 5s in this business, and they talked at our one of our Monday morning calls about social media, and I said, hey, can you go a little bit more in depth with us and give us a little bit more information? So that way, I think it's important. They have 3 beautiful girls, 5, 2, and Stella that is 5 weeks old. And I have to say, the Samantha looked amazing at Global. They were, after graduation, Samantha became a Marine Corps officer, and Ray was a Navy helicopter pilot. So, and now they have Lifevantage in their life. So I'm going to turn it over to them. They're going to talk about social media. So before they start, one thing I want to say is, look, social media is another tool. And it's really a tool to connect us to more people, to make more friends. So they're going to give us lots of great, amazing tips on what they do to use social media to make that circle of their circle of friendship even bigger. So Samantha and Ray, I'm turning it over to you guys.
Great. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you for having us on, and thanks so much for that compliment. We feel really blessed about our family and about our newest little baby. She's been so awesome. She's sleeping right next to us right now, so I'm hoping that she stays nice and quiet during this presentation. But I just want to make sure, can you guys hear us and see us okay, or see our screen that we just shared?
We can. Yep, go ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you, Sean. So guys, want to get right into it because I know we've got some limited time, and I want to make this really effective. I hope this adds value to your businesses like it had to ours. Just to give a little bit of background, Ray and I have been in this business for 4 years, and we just reached the rank of Pro 5 at the end of March, and then we were able to maintain by today in April. So hitting a really huge goal of attending the Pro 5 Summit is the next thing up. And we have to attribute that a lot to a few strategies that we implemented over the past few months. Going to that Cancun incentive trip that we earned back in December was critical to our business. They always talk about going to the events, and sometimes you just hear the thing that's going to change your business. Well, that's what happened. And we can't really take the credit for this. We met some people that shared some insights with us, and that's what we want to share with you. So we really are happy to pass this on to as many people as possible. And to reiterate what Maria said, absolutely 1,000%. This is just another tool in your toolkit. This is not the primary means of building a business all the way to master, Pro 12. You have to still do the things that the proven plan requires. Like, the personal growth is so huge. We hound on this in our business, that you must grow. You must continue to be reading and absorbing things daily, attending events, reaching out to people, learning how to build your communication skills so that when you're out and about and you're encountering people, you know how to actually interact and look for leaders and have those business conversations that are ultimately going to attract people that will help you to build this business the way you're looking to. But what we found is that everybody is on social media anyway. Everyone's looking at their phones. So if we could take that and use that as a tool to infuse into our business, then why not, right? And so this is what we found. There are some very specific strategies, and it all comes down to consistency. So I'm going to go through that a little bit. Can you go next? Thank you. Okay, so actually Ray's going to start off with a little bit of background on why Facebook in particular within the social media, and then I'll jump back on at the end for some more specifics.
Yeah, just like Sam said, and Maria too, again, to reiterate everybody else, this is just a tool, to leverage to use in our benefit. And, everybody out there is consuming information from the phone in the palm of their hand. And, the numbers don't lie. There are almost 2 billion people on it each month, over 1 billion every day. And projected by 2018, 170 million users in the United States alone. So basically by next year, almost half of the U.S. population will have a Facebook account. And, we always say, if you want to build a big network and, you want to build, expand your influence, go to where the people are. And I think it's pretty undeniable that this is where the people are. So, going forward, our objectives here today, just go over a few really basic Facebook stuff, and then we'll go into our Facebook distributor group that we created, a Facebook product education group that we created, and then Samantha will wrap it up with attraction marketing formula and then how we apply it specifically to the Lifevantage business. So, a lot of you are probably already on Facebook, and this might be very basic, but I think it's important to talk about because there are still a lot of people who, don't have their Facebook stuff set up properly. And, very critical, just from basic starting off, right? Your Facebook profile, it should have a clear headshot of your profile picture, of your face, not of your car, not of your boat, although those are pretty cool, not of your dog. People need to see who they're following and to see who they're, potentially following in a business as well. So they need to see what you're all about. And then the cover photo, again, it's very important to have an inspirational cover photo. There's something that says a little something about you and what you stand for. So again, people know, who they're following and who they're about to join. And another common thing that's overlooked is people don't fill out their whole profile. So, fill that out. It gives you more credibility. And, the basic things on there, you have notifications every day that say, hey, it's this person's birthday. What an easy way to reach out, and connect with people. And, we use a rule of 3 every day, 3 reach outs to people. If they pop up in your feed and you haven't spoken to them in a while, you don't know what's going on in their life. Hey man, how's it going? It's been forever. Where are you these days? 3 of those, 3 compliments, scrolling your feed with intention, not just mindlessly scrolling through, silly content, with the intention of finding something of value that you can compliment on. Say, hey, thanks for sharing. And then 3 new connections, whether it's a mutual friend of a person who shared something positive, or it's, somebody who you're reconnecting with through a people you may know feature in the Facebook app.
One more to add, or if you meet somebody out in the real world,
right? Great
thing to do. Just find out their first and last name and then add them as a friend on Facebook.
Yeah, so very easy ways to expand your network there. And Facebook basics, do and don'ts. Do, like I said, complete your profile. We're trying to create curiosity. We're not trying to answer all the questions. Engage your audience, the people who are liking your stuff. Be interesting. Add value to people's lives. Sam's going to talk about that in a little bit. Always be respectful. Never be vulgar or use profanity. Do Facebook Live because it lets people see, it's sort of like raw into your life of what you are and who you're all about, unscripted stuff, and, really brand you and let people know what you really stand for. Some things not to do. Definitely don't spread yourself too thin, especially if you're new to social media. Don't try to leverage like Snapchat, Twitter, all the other things. Pick one and learn it well. Do not become an infomercial for our company and our products. I don't. If I had cable, I would not watch infomercials. I don't think you would either. It's just not interesting. Do not spam your friends. Don't forget to use bright colored pictures to attract people to whatever content it is you're putting out there. I'm easily distracted, and bright, colorful pictures usually catch my eye. Absolutely 100% do not send personal messages, unsolicited links to the ABC News report to people unless they ask for it. Another common thing we see out there are, sharing other people's posts. And when you share someone else's posts, all that says is, hey, I know a guy who is very valuable and has a lot of good stuff. You should check him out. Then they're not following you. They're following that person who may have that content. So if you see something of value that you really like, if you're going to copy it, at least copy and paste it. Don't share someone else's link. And then, again, speaking to the create curiosity, do not mention our company name. Do not mention any product names. You're trying to create curiosity so you can take the conversation from online to offline, okay? And, some things with our group, we noticed a gap in our team, and it was a lack of cohesion because, we were spread like a lot of other teams. I'm sure we didn't necessarily build locally. As a military family, we're sort of spread all over. So our team is all over the country. So we lack that cohesion and community. So we created a secret Facebook group just for our distributors. And secret meaning, you can only come into it, if you're added or invited by the person who created it, and no one on the outside can see that you're part of this group. Our group, LV Pros, it really serves as a center point for our business. And, every distributor on our team is on it, and it's created a community that our team receives notices and updates from literally every single day. In our group, we post training videos, team recognition for customer as well as distributor enrollments, motivation, and then just passing journal information to our team, whether it be stuff about corporate events or, when our webinars are and all that. And, we found that the recognition piece to be incredibly important for a few reasons here. One, it boosts the confidence of the person who's enrolling that new customer distributor when they get recognition literally immediately. And two, the rest of the group are going to see that the rest of the team is working and enrolling people literally every single day. And three, it gives everybody else, a better posture in their own business when they're out there building this face-to-face knee-to-knee, because they realize that, yeah, people are enrolling customers and distributors almost every single day. And the other thing we did was to create a product education group. And, the purpose of this group was to, educate existing customers, current prospects interested in learning more, and those we may have even exposed our Lifevantage products and opportunity to months or even years ago who have gone silent at some point through the follow-up process. And, this page is the perfect follow-up tool for people to passively receive information at their own pace, which we found just to be, more, agreeable than most people, because that's the way they like to do their own research. And, I'm not sure if any of you have experienced this, but, we're finding that the old style following up where we would, keep calling them or texting them, to be pretty ineffective sometimes, because people would just stop responding to us and other members of our group. So, with this method of our follow-up, people can, view the information on their own terms, in a format that they already prefer, which is the way they consume all their other information, which is through Facebook. And they can review at their own leisure, their own terms, literally in their sweatpants in their living room if they wanted to. But everybody has a busy life, and this allows it to fit in that busy life, where they want it to. So, here's what we did. We started off, I took 3 or 4 days, and I was lonely, the only member in the group, but I built it by adding, before I added any members. We loaded it with about 100 or so different posts, including all the different links to the peer reviews, interesting Nerf 2 articles about Nerf 2 activation, compliant product stories from distributors and customers, and then other pertinent information or videos from YouTube, like the Lifevantage product videos on Vimeo. And, once that was complete, we started inviting people to the group and having, every one of our active distributors add to the group as well. And again, the people that we invited right out of the gate were all existing or former customers. And then anyone we've shared the Lifevantage products or opportunity with, as long as they had a, positive response to it, said they wanted to learn more, we added them. And, we refer to this page really now as our PC machine, because it's literally churning out PCs, multiple PCs every single day, because people are able to consume on their own terms. And we've actually been able to convert a lot of our business since plugging people into this tool. And now Sam's going to go to elaborate the process on how we use social media and the attraction marketing, specifically, step by step, nuts and bolts, and how we actually apply it to our opportunity here with Lifevantage.
Absolutely. One note I wanted to make about this education product page. If you guys can see this screenshot, this is literally the top of our page if you were to go into it. And you can call it whatever. We called it Nerf 2 Activation and You. Get educated and get excited about Lifevantage. At the very top, we keep this pinned to the top, which I don't know if you can see it, but there's a timeline of the company, basically starting from, discovery of Pro Tandem all the way, to the ABC report, all the way through current times with the developments that have taken place. And then we also point them to that ABC report, ABC Live It right there. That's kind of a catch-all in case people are coming to this page or this group for the first time, maybe in a couple years since seeing that ABC report and hearing the story, or if somehow somebody maybe didn't see the ABC report in this process, this is a way for them to see that very, right out the gate. So just wanted to make that, little disclaimer. Okay, so guys, this is attraction marketing. Like I said, you may have some friends that are doing Facebook sales in their company, and it's sales because literally they're posting their products and they're saying how much it is and they're asking people to buy. what we're doing here, that's not our culture in Lifevantage. So we want to continue our culture even as we move into social media, our good, wholesome culture that we have and attracting good people. So this is attraction marketing, okay? And what we do, our objective is to build an audience or a following of people. And how do we do that? Well, by catching their attention and then adding value. So to catch someone's attention, again, you can do it by posting bright, colorful pictures, beautiful beaches, something that is going to cause people to, as they're scrolling down, stop for a second and take a look at what you have to offer. Your pictures of your kids, your grandkids, cute puppies, whatever you have that is attractive, post that, and then you can, add value by whatever you're saying, whatever your message is. And so there's a specific formula that we found to be very effective. And it turns out that Facebook is it's not a random process. There's a very specific algorithm that it uses to put out content to your network of people. And the formula that we have found to be very effective, and we didn't just come up with this, we found a training on this from somebody else that had been very effective at attraction marketing on social media. So this is the formula. It's a minimum of 3 Facebook posts per day. It's that consistency, which we've already heard about in this business and from other personal growth leaders. Consistency is always going to be key, and it's key here in the social media realm too. So a minimum of 3 Facebook posts per day. That's on your personal wall. So that would make about 21 per week. And the formula is 13, 6, 2. So 13 of those posts, the majority of what you're putting out to people is about you, is about your brand. Like, who do you want people to see that you are, and who would they want to follow? So you want this to be positive and uplifting, motivational, something about lifestyle, something that's interesting or funny. Overall valuable content for people. And this is just causing, a lot of people to follow you. You'll know that you're getting a good audience and a following if more and more people are liking your posts, more and more people are commenting on them, they're sharing your information. Give it some time, guys. If you're new to this, don't expect that you start posting 3 a day tomorrow and everybody's going to be liking your stuff. It takes a little bit of time to build. Again, that consistency, and within a month or two, I would say evaluate yourself. Are you getting traction? Are people liking your stuff? If they're not, you might want to look at your content and see, I wonder if this is actually attracting people or not.
Can I add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
And another metric to track is not necessarily other Lifevantage distributors liking your stuff, is your organic reach outside of the Lifevantage family. So are people outside, are you attracting people outside of the business into your sphere of influence, if you will?
Right. Yeah. You definitely want to make sure that the people that are liking your content are actual potential prospects. So, and then, okay, moving on to the 6 portion of this. 6 of those posts should be product or business related. However, what you're doing is you're creating curiosity about your product or business without stating the company or product name. So one of the ways that we have found to be very effective with talking about the product is using this hashtag little yellow pill. And maybe some of you guys have seen those posts. And if you haven't, and you want some elaboration on that, please, reach out to one of us via Facebook or just friend us on Facebook and you'll see how we're using them. But basically, for 2 reasons, we're not using the word pro tandem. 1, for compliance sake, and 2, we want people coming to us personally and asking us, what is this that you're doing? We don't want them Googling pro tandem and then going to Amazon. So we talk about stories that people have shared with us. And we use hashtag little yellow pill. You could do it with Axio. We use a hashtag brain juice, but you can kind of come up with whatever you like just to create some curiosity, some buzz around what you're doing. And then people will typically either comment on it, like it, or they'll send you a private message and then you can go from there. And I'll talk about that in the next slide of what you do from there. Okay, the last thing, the last part of this formula are the 2 power posts. And we use a hashtag dream bigger because these posts are something that are causing people to stop and think about, what could life be? For Ray and me, our why is to bring him home, retire him from the Navy in the next 2.5 years so that he can be home with us full time as a dad and raise our children together. So our Dream Bigger posts usually allude to that, you know. So grateful that we decided to take this journey in this business. So, you know, because in 2 years from now, Ray will be home with us and we'll be fulfilling our dream of raising our children together. Something like that, causing people to just think a little bit bigger, dream a little bit bigger. Okay, so how to apply all of this. And again, I know we're running through this quick for the sake of time, but if anybody wants these slides or anything after, just you know, ask Maria, ask Sean, ask us, whatever, and we can get them to you. But here's an example, guys, and I'll read through this one just so it's helpful, and then the next couple I'll just kind of skim through. When we're posting those, you know, little yellow pill posts, I gotta be honest, that's the majority of the reason people are reaching out to us. And we have people sending us messages on Facebook just about every day asking us, what is that little yellow pill? So when they do that, okay, here's an example. Let's say Betty says, hey, Sam, I was wondering if you could send me a little information on your little yellow pill. You know, I've been seeing your post and I'm curious. My family also wants me to pass on the information if that's okay. No rush, whenever you get a chance. Now, this is an exact message that I got from a girl. Her name's not Betty, but she was already interested in the little yellow pill and talking about it with her family. So that's pretty cool. And so I responded, hey, Betty, great to hear from you and thank you. Of course, I'd be happy to share some info. The best things to take a look at are first the abcliveit.com. And then I explained, ABC News investigated this product back in 2005, which led to several world-renowned universities launching studies on it, which are now peer-reviewed and published today by the National Institute of Health, PubMed.gov. 2, we have an educational Facebook group that I will invite you to now, so you can take a look through all the studies, the stories, and articles we've posted there. Feel free to add any one of your family members or anyone else that, you know, maybe wants this information. And then 3, our website. Whatever your website is, if you want to check out the company and all the product info there. Let me know if you have specific questions after taking a look, and my number is this if it's easier to reach out that way. So this, guys, might be a little bit of a departure or a shift from what we've kind of done in the past, where it's, okay, you want some information, let's set up 20 minutes to get on the phone. You can do that by all means. If you still like that, if you find that effective, go ahead and do that. The reason that we are using this strategy, and it's been really working well, we believe, is that people we were finding were a little bit turned off to the fact that, oh, I would like some information about what you're doing, but then when we're about to give it to them, then we have to schedule this, you know, 20-minute call. We have to lock them into this, you know, scenario where they're in front of a computer. They've got to watch this. They've got to talk to somebody else. If we give them a little bit and we give them even our website, then we know if they're interested and they're getting some follow-ups on that education page, they're learning about it again on their own time. And when they're interested, they're coming back to our site instead of Googling it, you know, and going to Amazon. So that's what we found. It's been very effective. I would say within 3 days probably of sending these messages back to people who ask about the little yellow pill, about 90% of the people are enrolling as customers in our business. And this is happening not just personally for Ray and me, but also for the people in our organization that have been implementing this in their business in the past couple of months. So we're seeing a lot of tangible success with this. And I think it's just because it takes the pressure off of people of how they're receiving this information. The next example is really just if somebody reaches out, same thing, but they're asking both about the product and the company. Like this girl who reached out to me, she said, I'm intrigued about the little yellow pill you talk about and the company you're a part of. So I took that to mean maybe she's interested in more than just the product. So same format. I'm not going to read through this whole thing, but basically I said, okay, you know, happy to share information about the little yellow pill. First, go to ABC Live It. Next, I'm going to add you to our informational, you know, educational product page. I asked her, are you also interested in what we do with this about our company and how we do this from an opportunity standpoint? Or are you just interested in learning more about the product? So I kind of give her 2 options. If, you know, I said, if you're interested in the opportunity, we host a webinar on Tuesdays and Wednesday evenings, because Ray and I really do that with a Zoom presentation, but you could plug them into anything, you know, the Thursday opportunity call or anything else your groups are doing. And I said, if, you know, would you like me to share that link with you so you can take a look at this whole package, from the comfort of your own home. And then third, I say, here's our company website, our personal website, if you want to take a look at that in further detail on your own. So it's the same formula, the 3 things we're sharing: ABC Live It, plugging them into that education page, and then giving them our website, but also asking them here, would you like to connect to the webinar to learn about the business side? Then the final thing is just if somebody comments directly on a post that you make, like Ray made a little yellow pill post here, and somebody wrote, oh, wow, I've had back pain, what is that? And so Ray just responded, hey, I just sent you a message, where you could say, I just sent you a PM. And then Ray goes into his messenger, he sends a message back, same thing, hey, Mike, ABC Live It, I'll plug you, I'll invite you to this group if you want to take a look, and here's my website, let me know if I can answer any questions. So guys, that's really the entire process. I hope that was clear, and Maria, I hope that was kind of what you were looking for. The last thing I want to just reiterate is that you have to be consistent with this. There's no shortcuts. If you're somebody who's never had a presence on Facebook and all of a sudden tomorrow you're going to start, that's great. But don't just dive in and try to do all the little yellow pill posts and hope that people are going to come flocking to you. That's not the way this works. You have to really attract people. You have to add value to people first, and then you can start working in those little yellow pills. So I would say if you have never really had much of a presence on Facebook before, start a little bit slower. You can still do the 3 posts a day, but I would concentrate for the first couple weeks just on adding value, positive, uplifting, motivational, things like that, and then work in the rest of the formula that we discussed here. And then the other thing is, again, if anybody needs this information or would like these slides, we'd be happy to share them. So is that it? Do you have anything else, honey?
Nope.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Maria, Sean, if any of you guys have questions, let us know. Happy to stick around here and answer anything.
All right, I will get Maria back on here. Thank you, you guys. Awesome as always. And I need to unmute Maria because she won't be able to unmute herself.
Thanks, Sean.
You bet, you guys. Thank you. Maria, it's all you now.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Samantha and Ray. That was great information. And like we said, this is just another tool to help us, to use social media as just another tool. I mean, this isn't, what we do works, and what we've done has been working, and these are just, it is an avenue where lots of people are on social media, and if you can find a way to pique curiosity, create conversations, show them the ABC, talk to them, and that's what it looks like you guys have done. So thank you so much. When I meet people, one thing I've been doing at meetings is I've been trying to friend as many people and ask everyone if they are on Facebook, and just to connect them to our group. And most of us all have, distributor pages, and those are so helpful and insightful. I have a couple of groups that do have customer pages, and they're having great results of just building and educating people on what this Nerf 2 activation is, and to continue to educate them. So like I said, I think this is a great other tool for us to use. I want to talk about a couple of other things now. I want to talk about, it is the end of the month. Today is the end of the month, and I know a lot of people are still working hard. I probably have 20 texts as I've been driving here. The people are, we've got Pro 3s, people that hit Pro 3s and 4s and 5s, and it's so exciting. So please go back into your back office and make sure you have your personal order. That is so important. And look at your PV. You want to make sure you have 200. So your personal order plus any of your customers, you want it to be over 200 so you can get paid full commission. No one wants to leave money on the table. Sean is sending me something here. I can't see. Sean, I'm going to let you, whatever you're texting me, I'm going to let you talk about it, okay? Let me go through my stuff. I can't do 2 things at once. The other thing is Pro 5 and 6. I want you all to be aware this is the month that you have to qualify with the 3 legs, right? The 60, 30, 10. So what does it look like for Pro 5? 60, 30, 10 looks like 12,000 in one leg, 6,000 in another leg, and 2,000 in that last leg. Now that's a minimum. So don't get confused. You could have 10 legs at Pro 5 is 20,000, right? So you could have 10 legs at 2,000 and be perfectly balanced. So it doesn't mean, I had someone say, oh, I have to have one leg at 6,000. I said, no, you could have 6 legs at 1,000. But we know that what happens is that we get, we get as a handful of people that really run with this business. So that's why the 60, 30, 10. For Pro 6, that looks like a $30,000 leg, a $15,000 leg, and a $5,000 leg. So you have to hit that by the end of today in order to get paid those ranks, in those particular ranks. And so we've had 6 months for those that were already Pro 5s and 6s but may not have been qualifying. You've had almost 6 months or 4 months to re-qualify with this new compensation. The other thing is go through your personal, if everybody went through their own personal customers, so the last auto ship has ran, you should do this on the 26th, but if you haven't done it yet, go through your personal customers and make sure that their orders have gone through. It's real easy to go in the back office, look at the customer report, genealogy report, and just look at it. If you see that there's zeros, that means their order didn't go through. I've had someone that it was just their credit card that expired and they didn't know. And I've had someone call me. I've called someone, to say, hey, I noticed that your order didn't go through. Is there anything that happened? Can I help you out? And they're like, oh my goodness, I've got new credit cards and I forgot. And I would have been, not happy if I, didn't get my product because, when people have their great results, they don't want to be off of this product. So go through and check your PCs. And we can backdate tomorrow. So look through your distributors and see how close they are to maintaining their rank. Maintaining is important because you get the commission, the full commission. Maintaining a rank and also getting close to rank advancing. We do have tomorrow to backdate. One of the things that I've been finding that people are loving is the free shipping. I mean, we've incorporated it into our presentations, just telling people, talk to us at the end. We can tell you how to get free shipping. Depending on the products you want, we have our 3 essential basic products that the Nerf 1, Nerf 2, and the probiotic, the ProBio. You can get free shipping. And then if people are interested in the True Science and add those to it, then they can also get free shipping on that. That is really, I'm just really surprised at how people are loving it's something free, right? You talk about something free. They are really loving this idea of getting free shipping. Today is the last day to get the $500 bundle and the $1,000 bundle. And those bundles, if you are shooting for Atlantis next year, and everybody should be shooting for it because you have not a full year, but 8 months. This is the longest I think they've ever given us to qualify for an incentive trip. Usually they're telling us in October, and we have till the end of January, February for the trip in May. They have really started early. So if you're thinking of qualifying and you want to get some of these bundles, they're throwing extra product in there. I think there's free shipping with these bundles. And they're a great way to just have a foundation of, okay, I'm gonna get these points and use those points for the Atlantis trip. So today is the last day. So if you're on the fence debating, I'd say get on there, and get your bundles today. Get them in, so you can. So we want a lot of people in Atlantis. We truly want. We think this can be our biggest incentive trip, and we're going to push hard for everyone that wants it. I just think it's going to be so much fun. I've always wanted to go to Atlantis, and I know lots of people have always dreamed of it, and it's really expensive. So this is a way that you can get this free trip then post stuff about where you went on this free trip, and people start asking you, how are you always going on these free trips? How are you getting on these free trips? What are you guys doing? That's what it is about piquing curiosity. Sean, I'm going to turn it over to you if you have anything else that you want to add in there.
Hey, Maria. That was awesome. That was awesome. Actually, you were receiving the text messages for congratulating people that are rank advancing. That was what was popping up on your screen. So, when you have an organization of 50, 60,000 people, it's bound to happen when you use your phone for a webinar. You're going to get some texts at the end of the month. So congratulations to everybody. Thank you. Both Maria and Sam and Ray for awesome information tonight. We have a brand new month starting tomorrow. So take the momentum that you guys have coming out of convention and roll it into May. I promise you the work that you do now is laying the foundation for what's going to happen this summer. So don't let the momentum slow down. We've got to roll through April and May into the summer period of time. And have a great week. Anything you want to say real quick, Michelle? She just popped up here.
Pop in there. Good night, guys. Thank you.